Guys, welcome to my channel. So yes, we're going to be showing you, or I'm going to be showing you how I pluck my frontal, how I cut the lace, and also how I tint the lace. And I'm not using bleach. Yes, I'm just using pressed powder. Okay, so this hair is from Yiroo Hair company. If you want to find out the details of this hair, I'll leave all the information in the description. And yeah, so this is a 14-inch frontal. It is a 16, 18, and a 20-inch bundles. Yes, and this is the Brazilian deep wave. This is actually my first time ever trying Brazilian deep wave. Yes, I love curly hair, but I've never tried Brazilian deep wave. I'm always more for the kinky curly because I love that, you know, that look that it gives me. But now we're going to be trying out this hair, and as you can see, I went ahead and we sewed the hair onto the wig cap, and now I'm just cutting off the excess cap that won't be needed, you know, for this wig because we have the lace. Yeah, so as you can see, we're totally finished with the hair, and this is a very nice frontal, because the frontal came a little bit pre-plucked, as you can see, so not a bad hairline to be working with. However, we want the hairline to give us a natural look, so when we put it on, it can, you know, mimic our natural hairline. Yes, so as I said before, this is a 14-inch frontal, 13 by 4, and it came slightly pre-plucked, but we are going to go ahead and pluck it. So let's begin. So the first thing that we are going to be doing in order to pluck this hair for a natural looking hairline, I'm going to start plucking diagonally. Yeah, so basically when you pluck this way, it helps to actually mimic our natural hairline, how our natural hairline grows. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to like take a piece of hair and pluck it out, because we don't want to put any bald spot on the wig or on the frontal, because then it's going to look weird. You know what I'm saying? But we want to pluck it diagonally, and what we're going to do is I think maybe like a 1/4 inch. That's how we're going to pluck. So I'm just going to pluck some of the hair diagonally, and then I'm just going to move over like maybe a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. I don't know what the measurement is, but that's how I'm going to pluck it and pull the hair. And notice how I'm holding onto the tweezer like a pencil. So I'm not like putting it like directly on the lace and pulling the hair from the root, because then that is going to cause you to pluck or over pluck the frontal, and we don't want that. So I'm basically like taking it, slanting my hands a bit, and then pulling the hair. And I'm not necessarily pulling it like aggressively. I'm just slightly pulling it, like scraping it. Yeah, so not a lot of hair is going to come out, but it is going to be plucked. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have hair coming out, and it's going to like look a little bit different. And I'm going to be doing everything in real time, so you can actually see exactly what I'm doing and the time that it takes to really pluck your hair or your frontal. Yes, so as you can see, I'm just going to repeat the same thing over and over just to ensure that it is nice and plucked. And notice I'm not really going towards the front because it came pre-plucked already, so the front is a tad bit thinner than the rest of the hair, but we still want the natural look, because if you notice the frontal, it has that line, the symmetrical line coming straight down from the perimeters of the wig. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like a wig. You can know that it is coming from the factory. Nothing has been done to the hair, so we want to make it look natural, and that's basically what we're gonna be doing, as you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just repeating the steps, plucking it, as you can see, to just, you know, mimic my natural hairline. And that's the most important thing when you're going in, you know, to pluck your frontal. You have to imagine your natural hairline. Look at your natural hairline, observe it, and in your head you have to think about what your hairline look like and what you want your frontal to look like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say like, oh, what if you don't have any hair, or what if your hairline is receding? Are you gonna pluck it the same way? No, you're not gonna pluck it. Just look at what you would like your natural hairline to look like and pluck it exactly the same way. And this will, you know, guarantee a natural looking hairline. Yes. And then what I basically do, I slightly like every, what do you say now, every quarter inch, I slightly pluck some of the hair from the front. So I take away some of the hair from the front, because that is just going to give it the nice natural look that we're going for. Yeah, and just repeating the same steps just to get the natural look, as I said before. And I think I've used that word natural look like a million times now, so you know that we're going for the natural look. Yes, and everything's the natural look, because it's all about the natural look, because we're trying to do the natural look. And let me shut up. Okay, I'll be right back with, you know, if I have to say anything else. Yeah.
And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know, yeah, this I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know you can't go without it. She told me you'll never be she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. All the misery was necessary when we're deep in love. This I know, yeah girl I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be in love.
Okay, so as you can see, it's all coming together. Yes, this is the after. This is how it looks after all of that plucking, and this is how it looked before. Big difference, right? Big difference. Yeah, this frontal is beautiful though. Look at that. Do you see? Very nice. Big difference. And that is all that's all that you need to do, just to ensure that you pluck it properly and you don't over pluck too. Yes. Yes, that's all we want it. Nice and kind of rakey. Why did I say rakey? Do you know when you rake, when you're, oh, not rake, do you know when you take the comb and comb like your natural hair at the front, how it looks? That's the look that we want. That's the look that we are going for. Yeah. And as you can see, I am kind of going now like more so towards the middle of the hair, and I start plucking the front of the hair though, like the front of the what do you say now, towards where your peak, your widow's peak is, or if you don't have any, just towards the front part of your hair, not the sides, front. You don't want to pluck too much of that hair, but you don't want it to be thick. So this is the reason why I am going closer towards the top where the hair is a little bit thicker, and I'm plucking there because I don't want to pluck too much of that part, because usually the front of my hair, is it the front? Yeah, the front of my hair is a little bit thicker than the sides. Yes, that's the right word. Yeah, so I'm just slightly plucking it, not plucking too much. Yes, and you notice I part the hair. Yeah, so parting it a little tad bit, oh my gosh. Parting it a tad bit, and just, yeah, just trying to ensure that everything is nice and, you know, nice. Yes, so we're gonna part it now that I'm finished with the, you know, the plucking from the front part of the hair. I'm just gonna part the hair, slightly part it, and pluck a little bit. Yeah, because my hairline is not super thick. Yes, and repeating that step, or this step, as I said before, and you should be good to go. So I'm gonna do this side on camera and then the other side off camera. So this should take you around like 30 minutes to pluck the entire hair. Yeah, this should take like around 30 minutes. Shouldn't take longer. If you are plugging your hair for 1 hour, it means that when you're finished with your frontal, you shouldn't have any more any hair left on it. Yes, you will end up with a very thin frontal if you are plucking for like 30 minutes or longer. Yes, and if you apply this method, just basically do it like you're, you know, pulling it diagonally and not directly to the frontal, on the frontal, because when you pluck it like one ear, one strand of hair, when you pluck it 1 up, 2 up, you're just taking out too much hair. But when you slant it and pull it, it's not necessarily pulling too much hair from the frontal or from the lace, and you should be fine. So let me shut up and just enjoy the rest of the video.
And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know, yeah, this I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know you can't go.
Okay, so as you can see, we're nice and finished. Yes, ready for the road, right? Yes, so as you can see, guys, this wig head Yes, this mannequin head is actually a styrofoam mannequin head, but I just basically the I put the frontal onto the styrofoam, the back of the styrofoam head, because if you're supposed to put it on from the front, it's going to be difficult to actually fit the frontal onto the wig head and to pluck it. You know what I'm saying? So this is also a trick that you could do, so you don't have to buy one of those expensive canvas. You can buy actually the styrofoam head, just turn it to the back of the head and use that area to pluck it. It will give you the same result as the canvas. So my little trick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So as you can see now, I put the frontal on, guys. And can you see? Do you see how beautiful this hair is? Yes, it looks as if it's, you know, coming out of my roots. See that? And I haven't even cut the frontal as yet. But I love this hair, guys. I love it. I love the texture. I love how it looks. I love the curls and so forth. And it's very nice. So I just went ahead and I used some of my conditioner along with my water. And I use this I love this bottle because it actually sprays. I got this bottle. I bought it from this store here in Japan. It's this silicone water. Yeah, from Oita Japan. Yeah, but I finished the water because I've been using the water on my skin, on my hair, every part of my body. Yeah, so I kind of use the bottle because I love the bottle and how it sprays out the water. It's like professional that they use at the barber shop or the salon. Yeah, so I just filled the bottle with some conditioner and water, and I'm just using it to just, you know, moisturize the hair so it's nice and ready for the road. So now I'm about to cut the hair, cut the lace. And I basically I start first with a cut in the middle, and then I start cutting the hair towards the side. And I prefer placing the frontal on my head and cut it, because that will give me my natural hairline and how my natural hairline grows. But one thing I would have to say though, you have to be really careful to not cut your hair, especially if you don't have like a wig cap under the wig. Yeah, so I had to be really careful that I didn't cut my natural hairline, because you might cut your hair while you're doing this. So just be really mindful, really careful about that, especially if you have a lot of hair on your head. And yeah, I'm just cutting it as you can see, and I basically pull the frontal, stretch the frontal a little bit, just so that I can see if I am plucking too much of the hair, if I'm cutting too much of the lace from the wig. Because guys, this was difficult doing on camera, because my eyes are getting old. Yeah, I couldn't see. Even though I was using the mirror, I couldn't see anything for the life of me, because the wig was almost like transparent. I couldn't see anything. So just be careful. So notice I just left the side part of the hair and I went on to the other side, because basically I don't want to cut off the entire sides, because it's going to be difficult to lay the frontal on your head when you're installing it. So I just cut off the portions of the front and I left the side, so I can, you know, focus on the sides and I can pluck it really properly. Yeah, and this will get the job done. And then later on, you can, when you take it off your head, you can go ahead and kind of, you know, clean up the areas that you want to clean up and so forth. Yeah, so now we're gonna cut off the sides. And basically what I do in order to, you know, to assist me when I'm cutting the sides, so I don't cut off all of the hair, and when it's time to install the hair, it's like giving me pain, hell, all of that. I just pulled out like maybe a little portion of the hair, like where I would, or if I had a sideburn, even though I don't really put a lot of the sideburn thingy on my wig, because I don't really have sideburns naturally a lot. Yeah, so I just took a little bit where my natural sideburns are, and then I left that little part out, And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut around the sideburns. Yes, so as you can see, cutting around it. And I just cut off all the excess lace from that area. As you can see, right there. Nice. Let me just cut off all of that. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna go in front and cut off the excess. And then later on, I'm just gonna cut off the excess where the sideburn actually is. And then that's basically how I cut the frontal. Yes.
And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know, yeah, this I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know you can't go without it. She told me you'll never be in
Alright. So now I just sped up this part because you know it's not like anything technical, but I just wanted to show you how I tint my lace frontal. I don't bleach it. I don't use a bleach of any sort or whatever, because one, I don't really have time for that. Two, I don't have bleach at my disposal. So yeah, and it's not as difficult, you know, because sometimes you can over bleach the frontal if you're not a professional, you know what I'm saying? But if you want a professional look, you can go ahead and use your pressed powder, whatever pressed powder of your choice, whatever pressed powder you use on your natural, on your natural face I was about to say, but on your natural face, Jody. Come on, Jody. Come on, Woody. What your chat say? Yeah, but whatever pressed powder you use on your skin, you can also use it on the frontal. And this is how I tint it. And you might think that maybe I'm going in with a lot, and after when it's finished, it's going to look all crazy. But no. One, I do this, and then I use the spray bottle. While I'm brushing the hair, I spray a little water on the lace. And basically what that is doing, and it's not going to be messy on your head because the lace absorbs the products. It absorbs the foundation along with the water. When it dries, it's going to give it a natural and nice tinted look. Yes, you're gonna see how it's going to look on my skin when I am going in with, you know, all of that to brush the hair. But this is basically how I tint it. I just use a flat top brush to just add the powder onto the lace, and I just spread the powder all over the lace, especially closer. Why the Jamaican Namia just a come out, so boy, Jody, come on, yeah. So I just put put the stuff on the lace to just allow it to get that nice natural look. And then after, as you can see, I'm using my small fine teeth comb to just comb it out after I, you know, spread it up and I moisturize it with the conditioner. As you can see, this is how my lace is looking, nice and flawless, as you can see. And yeah, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now it's on my head. Look at the lace on my head and look at my skin complexion and look at the lace. Nice and tinted, right? Looks as if I bleached it, and maybe possibly a little bit better than when you actually bleach the frontal. Yes, but I love this technique. I love tinting the lace. I prefer tinting tinting it. Come on, good girl. Chapman, come talk better. Cha. Alright. Alright, stop going so Jody. Stop going like I'm career. Cause you know say. Yeah. But yes guys, so this is how the hair is looking. It's moisturized now. It's not fully dry. It's nice and moisturized. Yes, and the lace is looking all nice, and we are done with the lace and all of that. Everything is nice and set. We're just gonna install it now. Wait for it to dry a little bit. Install it. Yeah, and I'm satisfied. Look at my skin complexion. Look at the lace. Yeah, and I'm sorry about my lens. Yeah, my camera is like that. And don't worry about that. Don't worry about the line that you're seeing, the line of demarcation. When the hair is dry, you won't see anything because it's a little bit wet now. You're, you know, seeing the line of demarcation where the bundles and the frontal meets. But don't worry about that because everything is going to be hidden when it's dry. Right now it's a little bit wet, so the hair looks a little bit weird. But as you can see, look at the lace. I didn't bleach it. It's nice and pretty. Yeah, and I'm satisfied and I love this hair. So beautiful. Okay, so this is just a little snippet from my smartphone of how it looked. If you want to see this look and how I installed it and so forth, it's going to be the next video, so stick around. But yeah guys, this is it. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my